Snap. It was an instant burning sensation in my leg, like a gunshot going off. And just like that, my life changed forever. I didn't know it at the moment, but shortly after, when I was being wheeled into an operating room, it all sank in. That sound, that feeling, was my Achilles tendon snapping. I had no idea at that moment what the future held. Would I be able to play sports again? Would I even be able to walk normally? All I had was questions. And I think all of us know what it feels like when life suddenly knocks us flat and we're left wondering how to move forward. This was my moment. Today, I want to share with you how snapping my Achilles tendon led me down an unexpected path, how I discovered art, and how it reshaped the way I see myself. For those first few weeks, they were brutal. My leg was in pain. The mental battle was even worse. I kept asking myself, why me? What if this is permanent? What if I never get back to who I was? The hardest part wasn't the injury itself, it was learning how to face the unknown. And that's something we all can relate to. At some point, we all will face an obstacle that will shake us. Maybe it's an illness, a failure, a breakup, or just life not going the way we planned. The real challenge is not what happens, but how we respond to it. For me, that response was prompted by a friend, an art therapist. She could see my pain, not just the physical, but the emotional weight I was carrying, and she told me she wanted to help me with art. At first, I thought this was ridiculous. I didn't have an artistic bone in my body. I thought, how could drawing or painting possibly help my leg? But at that point, I had nothing to lose. So I said, why not? And gave it a try. Over time, something unexpected happened. The more I picked up the paintbrush, the more I started to feel a bit lighter. It wasn't about the quality of what I made. Trust me, my first attempts were museum worthy. It was about the process, about channeling my energy into something. I thought art showed me that even in a place I thought I could never succeed, in a moment where I felt like my world had ended, even I can learn something new. It wasn't about becoming an artist or what I created, it was about the process, becoming a better version of myself. That is what my friend was trying to show me all along. So, what began with a snap, a moment that felt like the end of everything, turned into the start of a transformation I never expected. I learned that healing isn't always physical, sometimes it can be creative. Art gave me back a sense of movement, not just in my body, but in my mind and spirit. And here's the bigger truth: every one of us will face obstacles that seem too big, too painful, or too unfair. We can't always control what happens, but we can control what we choose to do about it. For me, growth, hope, perspective all came from art. For you, it might come from something totally different. But I believe this: what feels like an ending can actually be the beginning of who you're meant to be. Sometimes growth can come when life snaps.